Last month, WOOSUNG released a new album entitled 444, and honestly, I have yet to sit down and take in the entirety of this release, but I have listened to Day That I Died, the main track on the album, so I'm finally getting around to discussing it. I'm honestly so happy whenever WOOSUNG releases anything new because what he puts out typically becomes my daily anthem for the following weeks. But let's go ahead and dive into Day That I Died. The music video starts off with WOOSUNG seated at a piano inside of a dark, stony building. The scenes are distorted by icy blue coloring. The feeling of this scene is dramatically cold and chilly. Even the fuzzy gray sweater our protagonist is wearing can't combat the freezing temperature. Nothing WOOSUNG does changes this setting, and by the tone of the music, lyrics, and imagery, he also doesn't care that he has no real presence in this world. Even as chaos engulfs this room in later scenes when the piano catches fire and the space fills with smoke, WOOSUNG simply dances. The only true indication that the protagonist is aware of the turmoil happening around him is when he lowers his head towards the floor and shields himself with his arms while the flames rise behind him. But even this visual only lasts for a few seconds before being replaced by WOOSUNG twirling as the fire died out. I think this moment proposes the idea that once you reach a certain level of emotional detachment, not a single ounce of recollection of your experiences can bring you back to truly feeling. Almost as quickly as WOOSUNG shows this emotion, the next scene becomes even more arctic. The chorus of this song is anticlimactic, but in a refreshing way. Because of the rising notes leading up to the chorus, you expect WOOSUNG to start belting, like how he does in songs like Back to Me. You expect this huge release of pent-up emotion, but instead, WOOSUNG cleverly opts to present us with a sense of total exhaustion. This tells me that this song takes place in the aftermath of a breakdown, not during the explosion. This takes place in a time when your tears are dried up, your voice is weak, and you feel emotionally numb, like when you're at the point that you don't care what happens to you. Nothing could ever disrupt the raging storm of nothingness taking place inside of you. This feeling is also conveyed by the lyrics, "I swear that I won't ever leave this room." The character of WOOSUNG is beyond mourning here. He's at the point where he's punishing himself to live a life of solitude because is his place in this world really even a place at all? In the mind of this character, nothing he does matters anyway, so why try to do anything in the first place? The only time WOOSUNG vocally gives into emotion takes place at 2 minutes and 35 seconds, during the bridge. Here, he finally allows his voice to rise to the level of emotion that this story deserves. However, I personally think this was to emphasize the lyrics, "The day that you left was the day that I died." This could be WOOSUNG saying to the audience, I'm definitely not okay. I'm lifeless. I don't feel. I'm beyond return. He's already gone. It's songs like this that truly make me appreciate WOOSUNG as an artist. He likes to be very frank and raw in his storytelling, which is perfect because his voice itself is icy and is layered by an indisputable feeling of reality. The intentional voice cracks he utilizes are what truly color in these songs. It's because of these characteristics that WOOSUNG is honestly one of my favorite artists of all time and will probably continue to be.